Hi, this is Anne with Fiber Designs by Anne, and this is Dogs in the Landscape Part 4. I'm going to show you some of the flowers and the leaves and how I did some of the background. I have my dog's faces covered because the white was so contrasty with the filming that the camera was not happy. So I'm going to start back here on the background and tell you what I did. I left the fraying fabric here. That's my there. And I zigzagged just across it all the way, and I changed the color of the thread, and I just sort of stitched around these shapes, all free motion, just around the shapes, just to hold it down to give it a little more dimension. And then on the leaves, I started with thread that didn't hardly show, and I didn't like that very much, so I changed my thread to a thread that would show, and I hardly had any veins, and that wasn't sending me, so I just started sewing free motion all over them. So they're not like a proper leaf, but this is art, free motion, so I took some liberties. I'll show you some of the actual free motion quilting on this, but I don't have it of all of it. So with the flowers, each flower fabric has the same sort of design in the center and the outside, and then I use something different on each flower. So this one's just sort of scribbling circles really tightly in the center, and then I just went one time around the outside. It's got a nice little dimension. I'm happy with that. These are just really simply stitched up and down in the petals, and then I did a star type shape. And with this fabric, I did like a teardrop, and then I went around and I went around and did that on the petals. These are all, of course, raw edged. And then I did little pebbles or bubbles in the center. If you see pins in the free motion, during the free motion, it's because when I started, these were all glued down. If you watched my previous videos, you might have seen that. And my machine wasn't working well. I don't think it was the glue, but I decided to unglue them all, and then I started to tack them with thread. Not going to happen. So I took that out, and then I just used safety pins, and I just safety pinned everything down. On these, I started with a coil, and then I went out, and it was sort of blah, so I took some green and gave it a little bit of more of a center, a little starish sort of center. And then on the dark fabric, I just really simple went out sort of like little fireworks. On the background that is this grass, or what I'm calling the stems of the grass, I just followed the lines however I wanted, just to hold it together. And I'm really happy with the way that came out in holding the background down. And then on this last one, I just came out with little bits and put little circles at the end of it. So now I'll show you a bit of the free motion quilting. Some of it may be hard to see because the threads are about the same color as the fabric, so I apologize for that. But hopefully it will give you some ideas of what you can do on your own pieces. So I hope this gave you some ideas for how you could free motion quilt flowers and leaves and backgrounds. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you will. And be sure and tap the bell to get notifications for my most recent videos. Next time I'll be working on the sky and the clouds. So I hope you'll hang around for that. And until then, this has been Anne. Thanks a lot for watching.